welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do Get Ready With Me video where we will be chatting about graceful aging. So, I had conversation with my husband and I thought it was very interesting to share. So, yeah, we're gonna chat about that. But, you know, today is kind of weird day. Gloomy, sunny, gloomy. The weather is not there. I'm feeling weird. I'm gonna do a little bit of makeup to feel better, because I don't want to look like I need to sleep. So let's get ready and let's chat about this, I think, very popular topic lately, at least on my social media, very popular. So I'm gonna start with lipstick because that makes everything better right away. So I was having conversation with my husband after, there is this, after we saw Paulina Poriskova having interview about not being accepted in her age by the society, and that she, doesn't turn so many hats anymore. If you don't know who is Paulina Poriskova, she is like this gorgeous, gorgeous Czech woman, Czechoslovakian woman. Back in the days, she was quite famous model, I would say. She as well did some movies. I, by the way, like one of her movies very much. She plays like foreigner in, I think, American man's home, and he falls in love with her and he thinks she wants to murder him. Anyway, that she's some kind of agent or something like that. It's been a long time since I see it. Anyway, so I always thought she was like a representation of gorgeous, woman, beauty, natural beauty, just like gorgeous woman, right? So anyway, she is, I believe she's in her 60s or close to that, okay? And she is very focused on natural, graceful aging, like no Botox, no fillers, no surgery, So I was having conversation with my husband because, it's always interesting to hear the man's opinion about such a thing, at least for me. So, and when it comes to my husband, I always can count on him to have opinion about stuff like that. So, we live in a city where there is no graceful, natural aging. I don't know. Like, if you know somebody in Miami who doesn't go overboard with stuff, you're lucky. Okay, I may know one or two women, okay? Everybody else is here just like on a higher level of redone. I don't judge it. I personally don't judge it at all. If it's done nicely, okay? If you restructure your completely face and you look like different person, then yeah, I may judge you a little bit. But otherwise, I mean, if you want to do filler or Botox, I mentioned it before, just make sure you go to a great place so they don't make you look like a pillow. So there is a lot of women on social media nowadays, right, which I grew up on, like, what's her name? Cindy Crawford. I used to be obsessed with her beauty because, she was the fitness model, right? She was very smart and, she was a supermodel. So who doesn't know her, right? So she is another example of, I would say, graceful, natural aging. Even I think she may did some Botox here and there, or she has a Botox. I think graceful aging doesn't mean you never do anything, okay? I don't think that's what it is. To me, graceful aging means that even if you do certain procedure, you don't end up looking like a pillow face, okay? Like what happened to Michelle Pfeiffer, or to one of my favorite actresses, Nicole Kidman. I love the woman. I think her movies are always, or like series are always like perfect. She has a really good, sense of the character she wants to play, and it's usually very similar. I saw her last movie on a weekend, and she was hiding her face with her hair the whole time. She wasn't hiding her face because of graceful aging. She was probably, I would think, hiding it because, you know, she overdid it. She overdid it. I'm not gonna lie. She overdid the fillers. So when it comes to graceful aging, it means to me different thing than it means to my husband. To my husband, it means you absolutely don't touch your face, okay? So every time I want to do filler or Botox, I tell my husband, because I promised to him, I will tell him, he is strictly against anything. Facial, okay. Botox, filler, he is just like, absolutely no. Cutting anything in my face, like, he will lose his mind. So, you know, I show him picture of Paulina Poriskova. She has like gray hair, and, you know, she has a wrinkle, full face of wrinkles, and she's still gorgeous. I think she's still gorgeous. And I told him, so I'm like, so if I in 20 years, 15, I don't know, whatever, will look like this, you still will think I look gorgeous? And he said, absolutely yes. I prefer this over the Botox fillered, frozen, weirdly looking face any day. I was just so confused by his answer because, you know, we live in Miami, the city of, you know, of these things, like lashes and, you know, everything is popping out there, okay? And it's everywhere. You cannot escape it, okay? And unfortunately, the doctors here are money hungry, so they never say no to no one. There are girls walking, you know, with Wizard of Oz jawline, like their noses are so small that if they do one more surgery, they may end up without nose, and their forehead is so frozen that their eyes are so tiny with the big lashes, you don't even see their eyes. So anyway, with these huge lips which are migrated like up here, very rarely you see woman here who is not like that, okay? I think, I mean, I don't have any Botox now. I still have a little bit of filler in my lips, but really, like really nothing. So I think that's why people always look at me, because I look very weird in Miami, because everybody looks done, right? Everybody's here going for the done face. I think it's also like very LA thing. But so anyway, so this is not about me. This is about the opinion of my men about graceful aging. I thought, you know, because sometimes when we go out, my husband tells me when he thinks somebody looks great, you know, I tell him this person looks great. We don't have like issues with that. We talk about it very openly. Like, there is so many beautiful people, and, you know, everywhere around the world. So why you should be insecure about somebody else being beautiful? Like, I'm happy for them, okay? I get happy for them. Like, when I see somebody stunning, I'm just like, nice. So anyway, but me and my husband, we both have different beauty standards as well. But anyway, guys, so sometimes when there is a woman with frozen face and these big lips, you know, and she's older, whatever, mature, say it this way, my husband says she looks great. And then when he tells me about a woman who doesn't touch her face and is like all wrinkled and stuff, she looks great, I'm just like, so which one it is? You know, which one it is? Which one it is? Anyway, he say that when he looks at a woman somewhere who has stuff done, of course, and she looks good, of course he has high appreciation, but he sees what's going on, okay? Especially now there's so much exposure and knowledge even for men, that now when they look at women, they don't really see her, you know, anymore how beautiful. They do see the Botox and filler, right? Like, it is what it is. Like when you see somebody completely restructured with these huge cheeks and jawline and lips, you know what you see. Men do too. So I was just so confused and just like, you think that is great, but you think that is great. And he say, well, there's nothing wrong really with a woman doing this to herself, but he doesn't want it at home. Yeah, he's like, I don't care to look at a woman on Instagram or, you know, somewhere in a bar or restaurant and she has all these things done, but it doesn't mean I want to be married to that. And I was just like, these double standards, you know, it is double standard. I mean, I'm not saying that, you know, you have to just follow one lead, but you know, it confuses me and confuses us ladies, I think, no? Seriously, go and ask your men about this question too. But anyway, on the other side, I'm really happy that my husband is accepting, you know, the natural way of being. But that doesn't mean to me that I will never ever do Botox again, okay? You know, I do Botox only for this part. You see, I don't have any wrinkles there. I don't have any Botox now. I do just like once, twice a year, like baby Botox, just to like, you know, to prevent anything, because when I work out, it's sunny, you know, stuff, just things happen. But I don't do the frozen. I never ever had Botox in my forehead. And sometimes I put here a little bit, you know, and that's really is like to lift my eyebrows 11 and maybe here like 2 little dots. No more Botox needed. I did the jaw Botox, hate it, do not do it. Anyway, so yes guys, my husband is pro both, but the done version he will not want to have home. So, double standards of this world, isn't it? Anyway, please let me know in comments below what you think about this, because I'm really confused. I'm happy about it as well, because I think, you know, that beautiful part that my husband doesn't belong to the society which is judging women over aging process when you have wrinkles and the skin is a little bit saggy, and you know, as long of course as you take care of yourself still, right? So I'm definitely on a good path, I would say, in this relationship. You know, I will be 40 in a few months, so of course I still want to, you know, keep up my appearance and stuff. But for me, it really doesn't mean I want to over inject my face. And I as well have a great doctor who won't do that to me. Even sometimes back in the days, I came to him and asked for threads. He won't do it. He just say, yes, I know how to do it. I have done it. I don't like it. I'm not gonna do that to you. And I tried like 4 times in a period of couple of years, and he just won't do it. And he was like, do not go anywhere else. You can, of course, I know you can. And people will take your money and do it, but I swear to you, you're gonna regret it. I was just like, okay. So I didn't do it. And now, 2 years after the obsession with it, I'm very happy I didn't touch my face. So yeah, there are people who have ethical, you know, thinking even in this industry. So you just have to find one who really is there to enhance here and there a little bit, but doesn't go and restructure your face. The point is, I am proud of my husband for seeing beauty even in like the aging part, you know, that I know I don't have to feel uncomfortable once I may get some wrinkles somewhere, you know, like I have a little line here, but that's like nothing. So yeah, I made a good choice with this man. Sometimes he drives me crazy, but I like that part of him, that he doesn't like, you know, the crazy looking, overdone, sometimes cheap looking look, right? Sometimes. Anyway, but yes, so that's what I wanted to share with you. My communication about aging, graceful aging. I think graceful aging is beautiful, but like I say, guys, to me it doesn't really mean that you never do anything. Like, I'm sorry, something with my lash. To me, it means like if you go for Botox, you really keep it natural. If you go for a little bit of enhancement of your lips, you keep it natural. Sometimes I do look at some girls on social media with these gorgeous lips, and I'm thinking, that looks good. Should I go for lips again? But the fear of, what happened to me when I actually did my lips for the second time, I thought like the proportion of my face changed a lot, and I was kind of confused, and I started thinking, oh, maybe I should do this, and maybe I need this, and maybe I need that to match the proportion of the lips. I didn't do any, but you start seeing things on yourself a little bit different. So I think that's what happens a lot. People start with one little thing, right? And we believe that to balance this, because it's so much bigger, we need to do this, and we need nose job and things like that. Anyway, if there is a surgery or something more intensive for me, I know one thing in my life which I may do once I get in a point where I would like to do it, and that is the blenoplasty, you know what I mean. The surgery when they take away of this skin. So I always thought by now I will have like super hooded eyes, but I think naturally lifting my eyebrows all the time is just working. And as well, I as well do gua sha to remove the puffiness. And once I remove the very intensive water retention around my eyes, which I naturally always had, I like it. So I get happy with myself. So yeah, I may do it one day or I may don't, but I saw what they do now. So they go from here, right? And they don't do just like C. They make like C and like a wave. I would call it like a little fish shape, right? When like the fish goes like this to the tail. So they do it like that, which I think that is very good technique. I think that's awesome. Because honestly, many times I didn't like the surgery how it looked, but now with this new technique I like it. But will I ever do it? That maybe will go to my 60s, I don't know. Yeah, I may have to like tie up my husband if I want to do that. Anyway, my dear friends, yeah, so that is the story with having conversation with my husband about graceful aging. He is 100% for it. He thinks it's stunning. He thinks it's elegant. Honestly, I think the more like Lucy Liu, is that her name? Karolina Kurkova is not that old, but she doesn't do stuff. Paulina Poriskova, Sarah Jessica Parker. There is like so many amazing women who never done anything, or if they did, like nobody can tell. I think they're stunning, and I think their face looks sophisticated, to say it that way. I feel like there is like depth to their personality. I see it a little bit different, but again, I am not saying, because I done my lips, I do a little bit of Botox, so I'm not saying like I hate it, but I always say less is more with anything in life. Do I judge facelifts? I do not. I think it's fascinating, the technology, the knowledge people have these days, and they do these surgeries, and it looks amazing, okay? I am not judging that. I think facelift at some point of life is much better than face full of filler. That's what I think. Yeah, whatever. But will I ever do it? I don't know, guys. I don't know if I could do that to myself because I think it's a lot. Kind of grosses me out as well. So anyway, I think I will stay on the path of LED light, my skincare routine, facial massages, because I have really learned that if I relax certain muscles, because in my 30s, early 30s, I had really deep lines here, very deep. So I have learned that these muscles here, if you massage it, now I have long nails, I can do it, but I can do it with like gua sha, or like I have that tool, like the stick, you can do it as well somewhere. So when you massage this part, it relaxes these muscles, and you have all these is everywhere. So as well goes to your neck, it goes here. You probably see my video with the massage. Like it's all everywhere. Like this part needs to be massaged to release muscles. As well, I've been very focused on podcast about menopause, premenopause, because we always get angry that there is not enough of knowledge. So apparently what I have learned, that they did work on menopause products or education back in the days, I think 60s. But they created some kind of pill they were giving to people. And I believe, if I remember correctly, I believe it was creating cancer in people, or like some kind of very much intensive disease than just aging. And people sued the system who was doing this education and research science, so they stopped. But now in 2024 I see more and more knowledge out there, so I'm definitely learning the basic steps. No sugar, processed sugar, it's the biggest enemy of this stage of our life. Alcohol, I like my wine, but I'm 2 drinks kind of person, maybe twice a week, once a week. I used to drink much more, but I don't anymore. 2 drinks. If I have 3, migraine, sick to my stomach, I cannot do it. I never could. And something you may hate to hear, I know many of you actually don't like to hear this, guys, lifting weights. That is apparently the most important part for aging for us, for premenopause, menopause, or even like going to the 60s, because not just it gives you like natural facelift, right? But it makes the density of your bones better. You need muscle mass to be healthy, to burn calories and things like that. But there is something about the muscle mass which we need to look, still healthy and like juicy, to say it this way. Like, like you have bounciness in your skin, protein, high protein diet. So I'm very focused on researching where I'm gonna get my big bones. I need first cooking pot, which is such a big one, so I can do my own broth for like collagen. There is so much knowledge on internet these days, it's incredible. So I'm doing everything to prevent fillers and Botox and any kind of more intensive treatments. I have never done even like laser. I have never done any ultrawave, ultrasound, nothing like that, guys. The deepest I ever went was chemical peel, very light, and microneedling, and my microcurrent device, which I haven't used in a long time. I need to get back to it, but I need the gel. I need to buy new gel. So yeah, I see myself going on this path. I rather eat myself through health. And you see every day on my Instagram, I am the gym person. I love the gym. Since I was a little girl, I always loved the gym, the workout, not always the gym. So if you don't like the gym, just get yourself, there's like these cute little weights, you can wrap them around your wrist. They come in cute pastel colors, and you can just like lift them, when you're home, like do these little workouts when you are home. Nobody's watching you. You can literally just drink your coffee and dance in the kitchen with weights on your legs and on your hands, and you give yourself a little workout if you don't like to go to the gym, Yeah, but lifting weights seems to be incredibly important. So I'm on the podcast of this, guys. I am, for the last 5 months, all my podcasts I'm listening about is menopause, premenopause, health, sleeping, digestion, and all these kind of interesting stuff. Back in the days, it was the mental health over family trauma, which I feel like I'm much better now. I'm not saying I'm healed, okay? There is still like awareness of what happened, but now I'm really going forward in my life. So this is the next step of education for me. My skincare, I think, is pretty good. It works. Less makeup, I realize now, closer to my 40s, is more than more makeup, because more makeup makes you look older and heavier, and it just doesn't work. It makes you look, I want to say, because some people will get upset. To me, it's messy. To me, very heavy makeup, it's messy. I'm not saying I don't enjoy smoky eyes, but there is time and place for everything. Not as a day makeup, right? Contouring as well, not the day makeup. It's the evening stuff. So yeah, if you perfect this kind of things, makeup, how to enhance your face, the way you do eyebrows is very important. It can really make you look fantastic or really make you look not good, you know. I've been there. I had like a decade of bad eyebrows starting in my 20s. So yeah, so these are the things. Maca powder, apparently, guys, is a magic for our hormones. So I try to implement maca powder to my lifestyle. It's nasty. It tastes like a dirt. I swear it. If I ever tasted dirt, which I may did as a child, like a mud dirt, you know, like mud dirt. Yeah, we did very weird things as a children back in the days. I swear to you, I even was licking stones just to see how they taste. I come from Moravia, okay? Yeah. So yeah, maca powder tastes like a dirt. Yeah, muddy dirt. And that is not delicious for coffee, it's not good for smoothie, and it's not good in a yogurt. So what I do, I like mix it up with some yogurt or something and I swallow it. And I'm done with it. But I don't do it every day. I need to do it every day. So high protein, no sugar, no alcohol, or minimum of both. And the bone broth for collagen, and as well maca powder. Apparently it's a magic, and it's not just for premenopause, menopause, but apparently at any age you can take it to control it, like a pain, you know, hormone swings and stuff. So apparently it's magic. So yeah, I'm telling you, my life is all about this right now. Graceful aging. I like that, you know, I like it. I like the idea. But again, graceful aging doesn't mean, you know, you will stop using SPF. Do not go on a sun, of course not, at least with your face, you know, like a little bit of vitamin D from the sun is good to have, but don't like go crazy, right? Solarium, absolutely no. Smoking, please don't smoke. Oh my goodness. I'm going to Japan, apparently everybody smokes there. I think I will dry clean my clothes for like a month on repeat after Japan, but I'm very excited. I mean, very excited. In Europe, people smoke a lot too. So in Prague, oh my God, there was a lot of smoking there. Yeah, so those are very basic informations. We all know what we're supposed to do, but sometimes people choose to ignore them, right? Because in Europe, we like our cakes for breakfast, with coffee. Luckily, I was never the person. I do enjoy sweets here and there. If there is something that sounds really good, you know, then I really want to try it. But I don't need every day something, you know. Like there are months I go without sweets. There have been really like 6 months I went without sugar, period. Sometimes I had like fruit, but even that I was cutting off. But I was too skinny. I got too skinny. I didn't like it, because then you actually, if you get too skinny as well, that as well is aging you. So yeah, graceful aging is not so graceful, okay? You have to be smart about it. If you don't want to do Botox, fillers, surgeries, and expensive tightening treatments, which are, by the way, here thousands of dollars, and in Europe they're like few hundred. How unfair is this? There is some new microneedling, guys, with the stamping machine, which is like Morpheus 8 style of stamping machine, but without the heating part and without, you know, the lasers in it and stuff like that. So it really stamps your face only, and it just does like pokes very deep to your skin. Amazing. I read they want $3,000 for it. I mean, this is pathetic. So I'm sticking with my microneedling in the house, okay? As long as you do it correctly, you're good. So anyway, guys, this is 32 minutes of talking about this, and it should be only 15. Anyway, so I got ready 20 minutes ago. As well, this is my must have for summer, winter, spring, autumn, just in the house life. If you live in dry air weather, get yourself some nice mist. I love this one from Biologic Research. I just love it. It just works. We were on a train the other day, and after, you know, we were arriving in Orlando, sprayed my face, and I just like lifted in from my husband's face, and he closed his eyes and he allowed me to spray his face. And woman was sitting, she's like, how did you train him like this? I'm just like, we are all on it, right? With our men too, guys. So anyway, curious of how I train my husband. I just always came to him and spray him his face, and he knows I will do it even if he likes it or not. So at this point he just gave up and he just closes his eyes and he's like, okay. You know, it's not that I trained him, he just gave up on me stopping. Like, I'm not stopping. So plus he loves Seluma now. We are on 3-4 times a week with him, guys. So anyway, time to go. I hope you enjoyed this chatty video. Get ready with me, anti-aging, graceful aging and topic. I'm very interested what you think about it. What is your maximum, what you will do, and what is your absolute, like, you know, feeling about not ever doing anything? I'm very curious about it. Very curious, guys, because, you know, we learn through each other here. So anyway, see you next week. Bye-bye.